the music world didn't just witness another awards show moment, it witnessed history being rewritten. On a night when the global industry expected familiar winners and predictable headlines, everything suddenly changed when Rosé of BLACKPINK walked onto the stage at the BRIT Awards 2026 and did something no K-pop artist had ever achieved before. Within seconds, social media exploded. Fans across continents reacted in real time, and the words "history made" began trending worldwide. But what truly made this moment unforgettable was not only the trophy itself, it was the journey, the timing, and the meaning behind it. For years, the BRIT Awards has stood as one of the most respected and influential music ceremonies in the world, often seen as a symbol of recognition from the Western music industry. Many global artists dream of standing on that stage, yet for K-pop acts, breaking through this particular barrier had always seemed almost impossible. K-pop dominated streaming platforms, sold out stadium tours, and conquered charts globally, but the ultimate validation from traditional Western award institutions remained rare. That's why when Rosé's name was announced as the winner for International Song of the Year, the atmosphere instantly shifted from celebration to disbelief. The winning song, APT, a powerful collaboration between Rosé and global superstar Bruno, had already been quietly building momentum long before the ceremony. The track blended emotional storytelling with timeless pop production, combining Rosé's signature vulnerable vocal tone with a sound that resonated far beyond fandom culture. Listeners who had never followed K-pop suddenly found themselves connected to the song's emotion, its nostalgia, and its universal message. Streaming numbers climbed steadily, radio stations embraced it, and critics began describing the song as one of the rare cross-cultural hits that felt completely natural rather than manufactured. But what made the BRIT Awards victory feel so dramatic was how unexpected it still seemed to many observers. Despite massive global popularity, industry analysts often assumed Western award institutions moved slowly when recognizing artists from outside traditional markets. Yet, 2026 became the year that assumption collapsed. When Rosé stepped forward to accept the award, the applause inside the arena reflected more than admiration. It felt like acknowledgement of a shifting era in global music. At that moment, viewers watching from Asia, Europe, the Americas, and beyond realized they were witnessing a milestone not only for one artist, but for an entire generation of musicians who had pushed cultural boundaries for years. Fans known as Blinks flooded online platforms with emotional reactions, sharing clips, translations, and celebratory messages that spread faster than the broadcast itself. Within minutes, keywords connected to Rosé, BLACKPINK, and the BRIT Awards dominated global trends, proving the scale of attention surrounding the moment. What made Rosé's acceptance speech especially powerful was its sincerity. Rather than presenting the victory as a personal triumph alone, she expressed gratitude toward her BLACKPINK members, her collaborators, and the fans who supported her journey from trainee days to global stages. The emotion in her voice resonated with audiences because it reminded viewers that behind the polished performances and international fame was an artist who had spent years navigating pressure, expectations, and constant evolution. And here's where the story becomes even more compelling. Rosé's path to this moment was never instant success. Before becoming a global icon, she trained for years, adapting to a demanding industry while developing a musical identity that balanced K-pop precision with personal artistry. Her solo career initially focused on emotional authenticity, emphasizing storytelling rather than spectacle. Over time, that artistic direction helped her stand out in a crowded global market increasingly hungry for sincerity. Halfway through the ceremony broadcast, conversations among music critics began shifting from surprise to analysis. Many noted that the success of APT represented something larger, a merging of global pop cultures rather than a competition between them. The collaboration with Bruno symbolized how music in the modern era thrives through connection, not borders. Instead of being labeled strictly as K-pop or Western pop, the song simply became a global pop record, accessible to anyone regardless of language or background. And if you're watching this story unfold right now, take a moment to think about how rare these turning points actually are. Music history only changes occasionally, Usually, when an artist breaks an invisible barrier that others believed would take decades to overcome. This BRIT Awards moment felt exactly like that, a signal that global audiences are no longer separated by geography, but united by shared emotional experiences through music. Stay with this story, because what happened after the award announcement may be even more important than the win itself. Following the ceremony, international media outlets rapidly published headlines emphasizing the historic nature of Rosé's achievement. Analysts discussed how this victory could influence award recognition for Asian artists moving forward. Industry insiders predicted that record labels and award committees alike would begin reevaluating how global success is measured. Instead of focusing solely on traditional markets, attention would increasingly shift toward worldwide impact, streaming reach, cultural influence, and cross-continental fan engagement. Meanwhile, fans continued celebrating online, creating tribute videos, reaction compilations, and emotional messages reflecting how deeply personal the moment felt. For many supporters who had followed Blackpink since their early debut years, the victory represented validation after years of watching K-pop artists prove themselves repeatedly on global stages. The award became symbolic, not just proof of popularity, but recognition of artistic legitimacy within the broader music industry. Another reason this moment captured such massive attention lies in timing. The global music landscape is currently experiencing rapid transformation, with international collaborations becoming more common and audiences more open to diverse sounds. Rosé's win arrived exactly when the industry seemed ready for change, making it feel less like an isolated achievement and more like the beginning of a new chapter. As discussions continued, one recurring theme appeared across media commentary: authenticity. Critics praised how Rose maintained emotional honesty throughout her performances and public appearances. In an era dominated by viral trends and short attention spans, audiences increasingly connect with artists who feel genuine. That emotional connection likely played a crucial role in helping BRIT transcend cultural boundaries and resonate worldwide. By the end of the night, it became clear that the BRIT Awards 2026 would be remembered not only for its performances or fashion moments, but for a single announcement that reshaped conversations about global music representation. Rosé's victory demonstrated that the definition of mainstream pop music has expanded permanently, allowing artists from different backgrounds to stand equally at the center of the industry. And now the bigger question begins: what happens next? Many experts believe this milestone could open doors for future generations of artists, encouraging more collaborations and broader recognition across cultures. For Blackpink, it reinforces their position as one of the most influential groups of the modern era. For Rose personally, it marks a new phase, no longer simply a K-pop star crossing into global markets, but a global artist fully recognized within them. If this moment surprised you, you're not alone. The world watched expectations shift in real time, proving once again that music evolves when artists dare to step beyond boundaries. And as this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the impact of this historic BRIT Awards victory will be discussed for years to come.